Hi there, Volker here from MSO-dlx Microsoft Office Deluxe Tools. Well, are you working with Excel and do you think you're in full control of the size and position of the Excel window? Let's do some work. Let's open a file, and actually I want to work in full screen. Now I'm done, I'm closing, and the Excel window is jumping. Let's do more work. So now I've got to reposition and resize the Excel window like I had before, or I may use the Windows and arrow keys to pin the window to the left-hand side or to the right-hand side, or to make it full screen. So that's not too bad, working full screen, as long as your screen, you have several screens, like at home, my laptop screen, a full high definition and another full high definition external monitor, and I can put one Excel window on this one and another Excel window on the other monitor, or maybe PowerPoint, whatever, and my communication stuff on the laptop, Teams, Outlook, what have you. But this doesn't work if you having these kinds of modern monitors. They are sized about like this, right? They have some 3240 or 3440 dots in the horizontal dimension. And the FHD, the full high definition monitors, have 1920, double that, you are at 3840. So you clearly see that at least 400 dots are missing in width. And then when I use half of the screen with the Windows arrow key, well, this Excel window is usually too small for my purposes. I'd much rather have it like I had before, and then, yes, the other half, or not even half, is even smaller, and, well, I can't really work like I did before. And is there any way that I can put a window to an Excel window quickly to this size? Usually, the manufacturers of those monitors provide some drivers, some utility programs, which allows you to configure the monitor and maybe to set up zones. So yes, there might be a good chance that your producer of the monitor has provided such a utility. Oftentimes, however, we are working in very modern environments with virtual desktops running somewhere in the computation center, and only the monitor, keyboard, and mouse signal is transmitted. And the utility program of the monitors, say you have a Dell monitor, it would be the Dell Display Manager, what's called. They tell you, well, it's a Citrix monitor and you can't do anything with a Citrix monitor. So you've lost. Now, are there other solutions that you may pursue? Yes. The problem I've just described also is one that programmers at Microsoft ran into. And they, well, on a side note, I'm also pretty not amused of having to tell Microsoft with every start of Edge that I don't want to be tracked and snooped around. All right, so back to the programmers at Microsoft. They, of course, have the means of producing solutions, and those solutions also have been made available for free, called Power Toys. And the Power Toys contain fancy zones. That's our next retreat we could try when the display manager doesn't pick up the correct screen in this environment with the virtual machines. So you can set up zones to snap windows to. However, our modern IT is oftentimes such that it's very difficult to make any changes. So thousands of users, in my company at least, find themselves at this situation like I've just described. So in the large monitor, they will have to size and position Excel somehow the way they want, and they've got to do it all over. Now, this add-in doesn't require admin rights like the fancy zones, and it doesn't care what monitor is reported from a virtual machine, and it's kept very simple. You just put your Excel window in a size and position that you would like to use to remember. It's a control click to record the current window size and position. So let's make a control click. Let's change the window, maybe like this. And now it's just a simple click to put it back to the recorded position. You see, there are 5 positions, even a 6th one's hidden here. And in case that your ribbon collapses, you may place the right-clicking, you may place the split button here. So like position 1 or then position 3, you can more quickly choose from here. Let's right-click, remove it. How do you get it into the quick access toolbar? Right-click and add. So now this would be like every time I open a workbook, I'd have to restore the position manually. Well, how about automatic mode? A simple click turns on automatic mode. Whatever position currently is active, currently it's position 3. So this is going to be enforced. Let's open another file, and it's sitting right on top. If you need to work with several Excel workbooks, you may resize one, and that's accepted. That's on purpose, so it will stay like here. If you want to return it to the position, then you would have to do manually. But every other new workbook would be opened right in your preferred position. And when you close, now that's the last workbook. So now it's going automatically into your current position. And even more, if you want to Excel to start in a particular position, you can control click the automatic mode button. Currently it's on position 6. No, that's not right. I'd have to double check, and position 3. Yeah, because no workbook was open. So now when I control click, that is recording that Excel shall start next time at this position 3. Of course, it requires that you start the Windows Manager along with Excel. So then the Windows Manager will take care that Excel is starting in this particular position. If you want to Excel to start in another different position and none of the 5 here, you'd have to Control-Alt-click. Alternatively, picking up the current position and telling Excel to, or then, when it started, putting Excel into this current size and position. If you want to turn off the automatic sizing up and startup, you Shift-Control-click here. And if you want to stop the automatic sizing, you just click on this toggle button one more time, or you may also choose to turn on and off the automatic mode here. So now, with being in control of the Excel window, we can get back to work. It's good for our employer, it's good for our mental health. And if you feel like working this way too, you send me an email, service@mso-dlx.com. Meanwhile, I'll come up with other neat stuff. So long, your Voker from MSO-dlx.